Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News, and what a week it's been. So $30 billion added to the market cap of cryptocurrency over the past 7 days alone it's crazy. It's a trend we hope to see continue as we move forward in the coming weeks, months and years if these good projects continue to gain traction and get mainstream acceptance. So here's a little tweet from Julian Assange I just want to start off with, and this is what cryptocurrency makes possible. So if it hadn't been for crypto back in 2010, the powers that be conspired against WikiLeaks to try and cut their funding just so that they would not be able to do what they've been doing. They were forced into crypto. Not only has it allowed them to receive contributions, but it's gone up 50,000% in price. So a little tongue-in-cheek tweet there from Julian Assange. I think the libertarian in us all likes to see that sort of thing. So last week, Bitcoin was trading at 44.50, and we had two scenarios. So one was that we didn't have enough momentum or good news to get through 44.70. There had been overhead resistance a number of times. We did see Bitflyer announce those prepaid Bitcoin credit cards in Japan. Sentiment was good, and sure enough, we were able to burst through that overhead resistance level out of this rising wedge. And I mean, the next thing we were looking for was this right-hand translation where we go up for the length of the bracket, we have a bit of a pullback, that lets us reset and get that boost for the next leg higher. Sure enough, we only had a tiny pullback for a day or two here from 49.20 down to 4,700. So, around $220 pullback before bang, this big green candle here of $800 and one of the biggest daily candles we've seen in the Bitcoin space. So, it's amazing. This stuff is possible. These brackets continue to nail the flows of money to the day. We've got to make the most of it, and we certainly did this week in the trading room. We put on 3 trades this week. We traded the Bitcoin breakout live. We were able to get in once it broke at about 50.90 here. I did pull some profits. I did re-enter here again. 2 profitable trades to keep our trading record at 100% for the past 3 months since I started the Crypto Academy. So we are now seeing a bit of a pullback. I've spoken that the RSI on the longer time frames and the MACD, okay, they need to cool off. Let's look for this to consolidate at a reasonably high fib level. But I'm mainly going to be watching the news headlines, okay? So we did see some great news this week. Coinbase allowing US customers to now instantly buy $25,000 worth of crypto. That's going to open the floodgates into the big 3, so positive news. But, when the RSI is in the 80s, the MACDs really run hard. We need to take a breather at some stage. And if my cycle bracket theory holds true, as long as we hold 4,800 where this bracket started, the bullish trend remains intact longer term. So, look, I'm looking for more of a consolidation at least early in the week, and then we'll play it from there. So maybe we can continue higher. I think the RSIs need to cool off. We need some more information to come out about the hard forks. We have seen F2 Pool withdraw their support for SegWit2x. I'm going to keep an eye on the B2 token on Bitfinex and the percent of miners at the Coindance/blocks website if you want to keep an eye on that as well. So next up we had Ethereum, and last week we were trading at around 310. We'd sort of finished higher for the week, but we're still getting a bit of chop, and we were reading articles about EOS and maybe other ICOs that have raised a lot of money in Ethereum. It's not conspiracy theory to think that these guys are going to lock in some profits and sell, and they're going to do that when the market's strong. So, maybe that was what was capping Ethereum, at around 305. It had banged its head on that 315 resistance a number of times, and I said, if we can clear that 315 resistance, okay, I'll just zoom out a bit. Let's have a look at these brackets. So we were expecting this bracket here to give us a push up. Let's zoom into the 4-hour chart. I said if we can clear that 315 resistance with good volume and a bit of momentum, there's nothing overhead from all the way up to the 330, 340 range, and bang, that's exactly what we got. So look, now we're just going to consolidate the RSI, the MACD. They've run hard. They need to cool off. I'm excited about the Ethereum hard fork tomorrow. So I know all eyes have been on Bitcoin, all people's energy, okay, all the focus has been on Bitcoin. So if the spotlight switches to Ethereum, I think Ethereum can more than likely have another leg up. It's nowhere near, it's still $60 away from its all-time highs. Bitcoin's breaking its all-time highs. Ethereum's got to play catch-up in my mind. So that hard fork's going to happen 7 p.m. Monday night, Australian time. I've placed a trade on the Ethereum Bitcoin pair because this is a long-term daily chart here, and this is a 6-month low, the Ethereum price compared to the Bitcoin price. So I've placed a margin trade on Bitfinex at a tick under 0.06 there. This is a trade I'm liking. Even if Bitcoin continues high, I think Ethereum is going to outperform it on the way up if this hard fork is successful. So that's the trade that I'm liking this week. So Litecoin, last week I touched on, we're trading at 52.50, that I thought it was a coiled spring, I described it as, and I thought we were going to break to the upside. I saw no reason for this downtrend and this weakness to continue. I was forced to draw this new trend line because we'd broken these old trend lines, but I said that I expect those new trend lines to be regained, I guess, and sure enough, we had just in the past 24 hours, the first leg up, I tested that trend line, so I'll just zoom in a little bit there, and then another leg up, we did peep our head above that old, the most bullish trend line. Now we're just consolidating. Again, we're trading at $100, so Litecoin's got plenty of time to catch up before it even gets back to those old highs. Bitcoin's outperformed everything lately, but I think the smart traders are going to start to use those profits to go shopping with their Bitcoin or their Tether, the profits that they've locked into these altcoins that are now trading at a discount. So let's just take a quick look at Neo. Look, there's been mixed news. Last week we were looking for some positive news, something concrete out of China in relation to those exchanges possibly getting licenses, but we didn't get that, and that's when we broke this new trend line we'd sort of drawn there. Now we're looking at this longer term downtrend line. I'll just see if I can zoom out here, get up my fib retracement. This is all still healthy in the longer term. The bull trend's still intact here for Neo after we'd made it clear over the last few weeks that we thought the worst was behind us. We're consolidating in between the 50 and the 61.8% fib now after bottoming at that 78.6. So, big volume again there. That tells me the bottom's in. Now I'm watching these new sort of uptrend lines here. Let's see if we can draw that one as well. Not perfect, but again, just a rough guide to let us know that there's still money moving into these high quality Chinese coins. I've touched on Neo, Walton Chain, and those Chinese coins are going to get a real boost as soon as we get anything concrete as regard to those exchanges getting licenses in China. And I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, the whole space gets a huge boost if we do get that news. So a piece ago now, I think we were trading at around $8.30 last week. I said, watch this downtrend line, but I was going to buy more if we hit $7.50, okay? So members know that was the third trade that we put on this week. I put my money where my mouth is. I don't just say these things. I put on a swing trade along with members at $7.44. That played out nicely over the next 24 hours. I took off profits at around 10%, I think, but some members I know left that one on. It got up as high as $9.60. So, you're looking at 20 to 25% profit there in 24 hours if you're riding some of these swing trades in these good coins and you pick the bottom. So another coin that I'm going to continue to swing trade in the future because it's a good quality coin. I don't mind I think the risk to reward to the upside now and all these coins is a good longer term setup. So another one that I'd be happy to add to my portfolio longer term, or if we get another down leg here, I'm going to look to swing trade it again because I believe that this coin is now trading cheap if it gets down below these levels again. Now, you guys requested Verge. I thought I'd do a little one extra. I know a lot of you are a fan of this one with its privacy aspects, over the Tor network. I like privacy-based coins. There's plenty of good ones. I've covered PivX recently. If you guys are interested in a proof-of-stake privacy coin with zero-knowledge proofs, this was the first run up here. And then again, I think I covered this one a few weeks ago where we got all the way down to the 78.6, and then we had a pickup in volume here. This was just sort of heads up that there might be some action coming. Then the pickup in volume again here. We break through these levels, form this nice base, and away we go. And now we're just sort of consolidating again. So I'm not sure, I haven't kept a close eye on the fundamentals of this one, but there's just profit takers. Consolidating at these high fib levels is a good sign. Let's see what we've got here. So a lot of whipsaw here. Okay, thinly traded. Look at the light volume, but this is the daily chart. I'm liking this MACD. If we can get a bullish cross of the MACD here, the RSI's got plenty of room to run to the upside. I'd be looking for a pickup in volume. This isn't a bad candle formation, but I want some fundamental news, okay? We need a reason for these things to turn up as well as the technicals to align, but I'd guess this one's right in the middle. So I'd be looking at good or bad fundamental news to really determine if this one takes off and breaks its all-time highs. If we don't get any good news, maybe we continue a downtrend, getting a bit of a bounce off these fibs as we see here when they kiss them. So that's what I'll be looking at for Verge, guys. A privacy coin I've maybe planned to cover in the future, as well as Salt. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos, the fundamental analysis videos I've done this week. Plenty of exciting things coming for the Nuggets News and the Crypto Academy. We're launching a Slack soon. We're expanding, so hopefully by now all you guys have requested to join. I've got messages from one of my admins or myself. Plenty to love about the crypto space. It's exciting. Well done to those guys that have gone shopping and made some profits and bought some of their favorite altcoins while they've been declining in price. Well done to the guys that have caught this bull run on Bitcoin, and we've been patient. It's good to see the haters get it wrong. And as always, guys, please hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, share these videos around, and as always, thanks for tuning in, guys. Cheers.